All right, it is a Thursday night. You know what that means. We are here, Rosberg, USA, Eldora Speedway for the world's greatest dirt track as we see it right there, Rosberg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway. We're here with the Mule eSports Turf Wars 2024, the final round here at Eldora. Oh, where's my track map showing my camera selection? Let's just fix that up real quick. Why is that changed? It does that sometimes, and I'm not sure why. But there we go. All right, got a couple of cars out qualifying already. Looks like we've got about 6 cars here for the finale of the Mule eSports Turf Wars. You would have to think that someone from Kamikaze Motorsports will be taking it out. Will that be Dustin Holmes, Dalton Butcher, or Robbie Milburn? I feel like it will be Dalton Butcher. There is Alexander J. Smith on our screens. There's Dalton Butcher there in the black and orange 38. He has quick time as it stands, 14.866. Alexander J. Smith, 14. Oh, let's get some race noise up on the screen there. 14.988 for Alexander J. Smith in second. Dustin Holmes, third currently with a 14.991, 15.048 and 15.062. Luke Kroski and Travis McDonald. Travis is here. I wonder if that means we've got JJ and Robbie coming. No, it does not look like it. JJ, Cody. Not here for the final round. It's Alexander J. Smith. That is the 9 car. Robbie Milburn is out there. He's in second place with a 14.930. Alexander J. Smith, he is just keeping that Kamikaze Motorsports 1, 2, 3 out of reach. He is in third. Dustin Holmes has fallen back to fourth in this qualifying session. At 9.30 was Robbie's last lap. Not going to be enough to get him up into pole position as they come around and wrap up qualifying. It's 30 seconds in the qualifying session to go before we get to our last race of the Mule eSports Turf War 2024. All right, let's see if Luke's been tracking as the points. That's all the 2023 stuff. I don't think he has been. All right, cars are lining up on the grid. Let's get down to the pit lane and see who is where. Gotta love Eldora pit lane. Camera really hard to get on the cars. All right, looks like we're just gonna have the one heat. It is gonna be Dalton Butcher and Robbie Milburn on that front row. Alexander J. Smith and Dustin Holmes on that second row. Third row is gonna be Luke Rakoski and Travis McDonald. 8 laps, heat race action here. All right, looks like pace car coming down that backstretch. The boys just letting it get a bit of a pace in front of them. It allows the pace car to go in and sort of the start to not be as predictable. But Dalton Butcher really slowed down on the speed right there. A couple of the guys had to check up on Robbie just because of that speed difference. And here we go, 8 laps, heat race at Eldora Speedway. Mud Mules Turf Wars 2024 underway. Race is a bit loud. My volume is crazy. Let's fix that. Right, it is currently Dalton, Butcher, Robbie Milburn, Dustin Holmes, Alexander J. Smith, Travis McDonald, Luke Rakowski. That is our race order. Discord, what are you doing? Discord's just updated on my screen, and now it's excuse me, taking over the race screen as we come around and start our last lap of the first half of this heat race. Fourth lap of 8 underway. Oh, Robbie up into the wall there, very tightly packed still. Sorry guys, it's just that Discord's loading, so while that's loading, it's gonna screw with the stream a little bit. I need a new CPU, I think. With just 2 to come. Dalton Butcher still our race. Leader Robbie Milburn. There is Dustin Holmes. So the Kamikaze Motorsports boys have got themselves up into 1, 2, and 3. Alexander J. Smith 4th. Travis McDonald and Luke Rakowski 5th and 6th. There we have it. Dalton Butcher wins. Robbie Milburn 2nd. Dustin Holmes 3rd. Alexander J. Smith, Travis McDonald, and Luke Rakowski 4th, 5th, and 6th as we line up for our 50-lap feature here at Eldora Speedway. This is the finale of the Turf Wars 2024 Mules eSports season. As the fireworks start going off around the track. We start rolling out. For anyone just tuning in, this is the 50 lap feature here, the finale of the Mules eSports 2024 Turf War competition. There's been 6 rounds of race, well 5 rounds of racing. This is our 6th round right here. I would say that if Dalton Butcher can take the win here tonight, he will be our Mules eSports Turf War 2024 champion. But he does have a teammate Robbie Milburn alongside him, teammate Dustin Holmes right behind him. And they've got Alexander J. Smith, Travis McDonald, Luke Rakowski, 6 cars, 50 laps. We are underway. I've been fighting a few technical issues lately. I've moved my racing sim to another area of the house, and I had to really sort of work out some internet solution for it. So I think I've got it sorted. It's technically not corded Ethernet, but it is over the power line, so it's not Wi-Fi. So hopefully it holds true for the day. It's been pretty good so far. are at lap 6. This race has really, I think the first part of this heat race has been a little bit quicker than the heat race. We're at lap 7 already as the boys come out of turn 4, sorry. Start lap 7 of 50. Dalton Butcher's our race leader. Robbie Milburn second. Third is Dustin Holmes, Alexander J. Smith, Luke Rakowski, and Travis McDonald. Going to be a fairly uneventful race for, say, the first half of this race, 25 laps. Really, you don't want to do too much in that time. You've still got 25 to come after that. This is a battle we're getting used to. Robbie Milburn and Dalton Butcher and Dustin Holmes. Ooh, pardon me. Start of the 13th lap, still 37 still to come. Oh, well, lap 15, lap 16 of 50. These boys still battling it out. Kamikaze Motorsports up the front. That is Dalton Butcher, Robbie Milburn, teammate Dustin Holmes back there in third place. Still got another 30 laps of racing to come. There's two very distinct groups. The Kamikaze Motorsports guys up the front, the 38, the 80, and the 59. Dalton Butcher, Robbie Milburn, and Dustin Holmes. And then that other pack is Alexander J. Smith with a slight lead over Luke Rakowski and Travis McDonald. Let's jump back there and have a look at those three guys back there, see what's happening. See how that race is going. Looks like Luke's been able to get his car around. Travis McDonald moving up into 5th place. These two battling it out. Quite a strengthened field in this race. 3,540 is the average, so that is well outside my ballpark. Alright, we can see the top three on the track map getting really close to each other, so we're just going to jump back up to those real quick. Watch this battle as the three teammates come up to the halfway mark. Lap 23 of 50, just two more to go to the halfway mark. We've got 25 laps still to come. Lap 25, last lap of the first half. Looks like the 9 of Alexander J. Smith. We can see on the track map he is pulling away from Travis McDonald and Luke Rakowski. It looks like Travis got himself back past Luke and got himself up into 5th. Luke's fallen back to 6th. First, second, and third right here on our screens. The 38, the 80, the 59. Well, they are too wide there. Dalton and Robbie side by side. Robbie's going to make a bit of a move on Dalton Butcher for the lead. Dalton's going to cross over on exit of 4 down the front stretch into 1 and 2. It looks like Robbie Milburn's got that high line. He's got that momentum. He's going to move his car up into first. Dalton Butcher second. Still third, Dustin Holmes. Sorry if I said a little bit off. Got a little bit of a head congestion thing going on. Riding along with the 38, Dalton Butcher. You can see teammate Robbie Milburn just up there in front of him. Difference in lines that Dalton and Robbie are taking. Robbie though still continuing to pull away a little bit there, so whatever Robbie's doing is working. Less than 20 laps to go. We've just hit the 33rd lap. It is going to be 18 to go. To go to the boys' room really quickly. I was still trying to hold the choice of a one-man booth. Only 18 minutes in. You think I should have went before? I did. Alright guys, I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, thank you so much for your patience there, guys. 12 laps to go. Not a lot has changed. Robbie Milburn still our race leader. Then we have Dalton Butcher, Dustin Holmes second, and third Alexander J. Smith in fourth. Looks like Travis McDonald and Luke Rikoski are in danger of being lapped. We're at single digits to go. Just 20 minutes into this broadcast and we have got 9 laps of a 50-lap main event to go. Looks like Dalton Butcher throwing another slider at Robbie in revenge of that one that Robbie used, but Robbie able to hold on to the lead. Look for a few more of these to come in the next 8 laps. Oh, Dustin, what a slider. Sorry, Dalton. Great move there by Dalton, but Robbie able to get it back in 1 and 2 as they come down the backstretch. 7 to go. This is going to be a race. There's Luke Rikoski at the bottom of our screens. we at? Just 3 to go. Two to go in fact. Robbie and Dalton battling it out. Luke Rakoski trying to stay low to stay out of the way with 2 to go. Does not want to affect this run. Robbie Milburn, Dalton just up into the walls a little bit. We are going to get the white flag lap. Here we have the win, checkered flag. Oh, who won? I think Dalton won. Let's just go back and watch that finish again from the better angle. There's Robbie coming in. He is in the lead. Dalton stayed down nice and low, got that exit and run out. And oh my God, gets to the finish line just before Robbie does. That is an insane finish. All right, let's get over to the Discord. We'll do some quick interviews. We'll just go over that order again while we wait for the boys to jump in the green room. So, 6th place, Luke Rakoski, Alexander J. Smith finished in 5th. 4th place. Oh, what was that? Get on victory lane. There it is. 4th place, Travis McDonald, Dustin Holmes, 3rd. 2nd, Robbie Milburn, and our winner. There he is sitting up on victory lane right there on our screens, the 38 of Dalton Butcher. All right, looks like the boys give them a few more moments. Sometimes they do have races they need to get on to, so but we'll wait and see. Oh, gotta get in the booth first. There we go. All right, we're going to start off with the 3rd place, Dustin Holmes. He's a member of the Kamikaze Motorsports team. These guys have pretty much been doing the 1, 2, 3 for, I think, at least 5 of the 6 races, if not all 6 races. It looked like it might have been a bit of an obstacle today with Alexander qualifying a little bit higher than you in the at the start there, Dustin, but you wasted no time getting into 3rd spot and racing away, and it looked like I don't know. I felt like you sort of just had to sort of sit back and watch Dalton and Robbie race and see if there was going to be anything that came of that before you could sort of try anything. But at the same time, I feel like you had possibly the best seat in the house for that race.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's what I was telling Dalton. Like I couldn't even race because I was watching them. So I was middle of the race. I think I found the middle before they did, and I caught them. And I think that they, we have mirrors, so
Yep.
I think that they saw the line change, and once they changed lines, then we were running about the same. But both of those guys are just so good at running the top at Eldora. They're way better than I am at it. So I'm not shocked that they both beat me.
And look, it's. I mean, in terms of, I mean, I don't know what other leagues. Obviously, this is your first sort of time racing in this format with these guys. I know you were coming in thinking it was going to be a team-based competition. Unfortunately, just due to the scheduling and numbers and things, obviously it turned into a single sort of race to, driver race. And I still think that you guys had one heck of a season. I mean, it's very clear that Kamikaze Motorsports quite the team. You guys sort of complement yourselves in ways. How long have you been a part of the team for?
Oh man, I don't know. Less than a year.
Yep.
I was on another team, and Dalton and I, honestly, we had some really really good races and some officials, and he reached out to me and kept trying to get me to join, and then I ended up going to a couple of races with him over the summer. Went to Eldora,
Oh,
and
yep.
then we went to oh my gosh, the North South 100 at Florence. So anyway, we just became good buds, and then I just joined with them. It's just a handful of guys, so it fits me really well. I don't like a big discord with a lot of people, so
Definitely, definitely.
I don't know, a year maybe. That's a guess, but probably
Yeah.
not even that long.
No, it's. I mean, I've been mates with Robbie since pretty much my first day. Well, not my first. Probably my first week or two in a league. When I first came onto the sim, we were in the same league together, and we've been in the same group chats for years. And to me, I feel like it feels like Kamikaze is not that new, but I took a little bit of time off racing and stuff, so I guess time has just flown. So that's why I was asking that because yeah, it just seems like you guys have sort of come out of nowhere and are just very very competitive and obviously Dalton and Robbie, seeing teammates race the way that they race is awesome for me. It puts on a great show for my broadcast and it goes down through the field skill wise. So it's yeah, you've definitely got a good bunch of guys there. I mean, obviously you've got Robbie, so you take the good with the bad, but um, you know, uh, Dalton's a pretty good guy, so no, it balances out. But no, in all seriousness, Robbie, great guy, love him dearly, and I'm gonna have to talk to him in a minute, so I have to hope he's not listening in. Um, well, that wraps up the Mud Mule Turf War 2024. So, what's next for you? What's next for the guys?
I don't know. League wise, I don't have anything scheduled. I mean, I'll still run officials and hosteds. Um, I don't know. The last couple of seasons, I've mostly run fixed. Just it's kind of too much arguing and
Yep.
drama for my taste and the open stuff. But the whole new free speed thing. Jordan Casey building sets. I may run some open this season. So that's, I guess, the biggest thing going on for me.
Definitely, definitely. Well, hopefully Luke looks at this and sort of goes, hopefully he gets the bug again and puts on another season sometime soon because it's been an absolute pleasure having you on my screens and having the boys as well, watching you guys do great and a couple of different leagues that I broadcast sort of all came together for this league. So it's I've had a great time. Over the last 6 weeks, watching you all race. Now, yeah, you did have the quickest time on the track, 14:09.93. So that would be that middle lane. I just noticed that. But before we let you go, brother, friends, family, sponsors, who do you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, of course, all the guys at Kamikaze, I appreciate you for the broadcast. I think you've done a fantastic job all season. I've
Thank you.
gone back and watched them after the fact, and then you do a fantastic job. And then Luke for putting on the league, man. That'd be about it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Well, look, can't wait to find out what happens next. But there's always room for you boys on my screen. So hopefully we see you again soon. If we don't, wish you all the best of luck individually and as a team. Yeah, you couldn't be a part of a better group of guys, really.
I agree. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Oh, where's my channels gone? I've lost stuff. There we go. All right, we'll pop Dustin up there. We're going to grab Robbie. That was Dustin. He finished third. The man who finished second was leading the race for a considerable amount of the time. Those last 8 laps, though, as Dustin said, it was hard for me to call the race. It was hard for him to race the race because we were just sitting here watching these two trade sliders. If you didn't know them personally, you would think they were two of the biggest sort of competitors of each other, but they are teammates and friends. Robbie Milburn, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Mate, that race, oh my gosh. Looked like that outside line. You persevered mid race, and that's what got you into the lead. But those sliders and especially that last one, Dalton on that last turn 3 and 4, staying down nice and low. Did he catch you off guard a few times with those?
No. Once he threw the first one, I knew it was on. So after that, I always knew it was either coming or he's getting a run to do one.
Yep, yep. So it's either expect one, or if you don't get it in 1 and 2, it's coming in
Yeah,
three
it's
and
coming
four.
the next turn.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it did. It definitely did. You guys both really just threw everything at each other, and that's been pretty much the story of the season. As I said to Dustin, coming into this season, it was going to be a team-based competition, but just due to numbers and conflicting schedules, it turned into a driver-based race. But I think that you guys really, really showed out, and it would have been if it was team-based. I feel like we would have been talking in some sort of similar fashion, just because you guys look very hard to beat, and as I say, that tactic of dazzling the crowd and the other cars on the track with some amazing racing is a great technique. It was brilliant. It was a lot of fun to watch. But quick race, 50 laps, and I think we got all of it out in about 25 minutes. So no cautions at Eldora. Was that something you were expecting? A caution or two?
Um, I was hoping not.
Yeah.
Uh, I figured we might have one or two just from someone maybe getting too high and kind of getting their wheel taken off. But I think between the hosteds I ran and the race here tonight, I think they on the new update they kind of strengthened the right front, so
Yep.
we might see less of that. And also, goodness, me and Dalton were just talking. The way the track wears now is completely different. Like it seems like every 2 to 5 laps you can try a different line and get a huge run. It's
Yep.
very different. But
Yeah.
what a race though.
I have heard that.
Sheesh.
I haven't been out on dirt yet since the update. I did. So the night before the update, I jumped on with some friends and I did just a rookie official dirt street stock. Something to ease myself back in. I won that at Lima Land. I was pretty happy. And then I was talking to some of the guys on broadcast the next day, and they were like, "Dude, you should try it now. It feels so different." And I'm like, "Oh my god, I just got used to the old new, and now I've got to get used to it again." So looking forward to that. But no, that's a good sign. I know there was a lot of worry warts and complainers with the
Self included.
updates coming out. Oh, you weren't one of them, were you? Oh no.
Well, one of my gripes with iRacing is every single update they tweak the tires on dirt. So you'll race just as soon as you start getting to where you
Yeah.
were, like, guess what? It's not like that now. So we
Uh,
need to kind of we need to go a couple seasons on the same build for a while, and I
Yep.
think what they have here, I think they hit the sweet spot finally.
That's what I was going to say. It definitely sounds like they've got that good mix of, um, it's a virtual sim, so it's hard to completely control the aspects of the racing. But sounds like, if that's happening, that's going to open up lanes. It's going to change some of those high line tracks to multiple lanes. Eldora, I feel like Eldora's always been a multi-lane track, depending on how you want to run it. Depends on the real estate of the guys in front or behind you. But that is very, very promising and good to hear. That it sounds like we might have hit a sweet spot, and they can focus on the rain and the asphalt stuff for a while. We don't need
Yeah.
AI or anything. Just leave us here and let us enjoy what we've got, because it looks awesome. It looks fun, and I was trying the micros out. Actually, I lied. I have been on the dirt. I was on the micros yesterday. Um, and they're quite fun. So I feel like we're heading in a really good direction, um, sim wise, in terms of especially for guys like yourself and those that have raced on tracks and have know what it's sort of like, and can tell the difference, and knowing that it's starting to get a bit more sort of familiar to that sense. Then it's going to be good. I asked Dustin, what's next for you?
Um, getting a new PC here soon. So halfway through the race, I was hitting like 40 FPS, which is not great when you're trying to race. So happy for that update coming, and then I have a league on Sundays that I think we still have like 7-8 weeks left. So
Yep.
I'm probably just gonna run that one for a while, and I don't know. We'll see what pops up.
Definitely, man, definitely. Well, like I said to Dustin, it's been amazing having you boys on the screen. I said to Dustin, I've raced with you since my first days of league racing. So I've absolutely enjoyed watching you come up the sim and enjoy that level of success. And you've been courted by a number of teams throughout your time on this sim, and I think you've found home. I feel like you're there with some good mates. Everything seems to be clicking. Everything's working. You're enjoying individual success. You're enjoying team-based success. It's really cool to see, and it's great to see that someone, like anyone in our group chat, I feel like deserves the success that they're seeing. But definitely
Yeah.
you, as I say, trying to find your spot over the last few years. I believe you've found it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what's so different about this the little team we have going on now is it's not like we make our own team and then kind of abandon everyone. Like
Yep.
we welcome all the boys into our Discord. They all hop in and talk to us, even if they're not technically on the team.
Yeah.
So it's just where a bunch of buddies can hang out and have fun. And then when it's race time, we get serious, and
Yep.
that's about it.
That's it. That's it. No gatekeeping. Everyone at welcome,
No.
and then that's how you grow. Like if you think you're so good that you're not going to learn anything off of someone else, then yeah, you reevaluate, because yeah, there's even guys lesser skilled than you can teach you something, whether it's patience, whether it's just a little bit of race respect, or whatever. So having that crowd, having those, and they get better by being around you. So it's everyone's helping everyone. It's a great thing, and I think that's where you guys really excel. All right, my man. Well, look, congratulations on second place. I would dare say, Dalton. I think if we counted the wins up and there was a point-based thing, that Dalton is our series winner. But Kamikaze Motorsports, 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Luke's just put the note up. Dalton is confirmed as our champion. You finished in second. Not sure how Luke finished in third above Dustin though.
Dustin missed the first race.
Ah,
It's the
he
only
did.
difference.
That's why. There we
But
go. No offense to Luke, of course, but
yeah, and I think going into that race, I think whoever won the race, like if one of us won, or one of us two won, it would have been for the title. So I think the title came down to .032.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the best races I've ever had in iRacing. So I don't think I've ever been so happy to lose.
no, and that's I was gonna say, I didn't want to bring it up because I know that obviously our interviews are always fun, but you are unkind to yourself a little bit if you haven't won a race that you feel like you should have won. But no, that one definitely. I had to go back. The camera switched as you guys came out of fourth, so I couldn't quite see it properly. So I was like, nah, rewind. I've got to watch that again. There is no way Dalton got to that line, 1/10 of a second quicker than Robbie did. And then I saw how he came through that inside line, and oh my god, I was like, yeah, he fluked that. We'll say he fluked it. All right, my man. Well, look, congratulations on at least the team, sort of, as I say, taking out the top spot here tonight in the second spot. Before we let you go, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you want to give a shout out to?
As always, you for broadcasting it, Luke and everyone else involved with putting it on. Of course, Kamikaze, we just went in depth. All good guys. I mean, heck, if anyone's listening to this, hit me up. You can probably come in our Discord. We don't care. And wife for letting me sit on here and get good or get decent.
Get
We'll
decent.
see. But anyway, I don't want to say I'm good yet because there's a lot of people a lot better than me. I don't know, just everything. Good vibes all around. So shout out to everybody. I'm
No,
happy tonight.
definitely a happy, content Robbie Milburn. Not something we don't see often, but definitely not.
It's rare.
It definitely is not something we expect every week. All right, man. Well, look, congratulations yet again. You have a great night. I'm gonna have a chat to Dalton, and yeah, good luck with the bragging rights until the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I just go and do this. There we go. All right, it is official. Not only is he tonight's winner of the Eldora 50 lapper race in very, very crazy style. That finish of that race was, as I said to Robbie, had to watch it more than once. But not only did he win tonight's race, officially the Mule eSports 2024 Turf War champion, Dalton Butcher. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you, brother.
Mate, now that I've got a few leagues that I broadcast that generally do come down to the wire. There's no one that really has a stranglehold, and it usually comes down to that last points race and positional sort of points battle. Looking at this one coming in, I think we knew a Kamikaze Motorsports member was going to be our champion. It was just going to be sort of a matter of which one. And for a big part of that race, it looked like Robbie had done enough to get that car in front of you and get that lead. It wasn't until probably the last 7, 8 laps of the race that it really, really, truly picked up. There was some good stuff going on, but 8 to go. Oh my gosh. Before that, no cautions. You've just run 30, 40 laps. Robbie's got himself in front of you. Did you think, damn it, this guy's got me this time?
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest. Like, this is my first laps on the new build, and it is completely different than what I was used to. Like, the cars are a lot more tighter now. Like, I was having to drive it in there full throttle on a tacky track just to get it to turn.
Yep.
And like early on, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna rip the lip like I normally do. And I just saw them getting closer and closer. I was like, what are we doing? But the new build, if it's like that at every track, it's gonna be very racy. Like the line moved literally every 2 to 3 laps.
Yeah, now it's I think the last few updates, I think they have headed all in the right direction. But like Robbie said, once he sort of brought it to my attention, I sort of realized what I'd been watching. I feel like this is a really, really good sweet spot in terms of, um, you have to work the cars a little bit more, but it sounds like the lines are coming in a little bit easier. You're able to get a little bit more of a run earlier in the race than you're used to, and you can sort of see it a lot better. Do you feel like it's just going to take a couple of races and then it's just back to business as usual?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it done eventually. I've not got to put in as much time as I'd like the past little bit due to work, but yeah, I would say it's just gonna take a little bit of getting used to, like everything else on the sim.
Definitely, definitely. Thank God it's only week at 13, so a few we can sort of mess around with a few of them and play that way. But no, it was an amazing race. Those sliders. I think Robbie was the first one to pull the pin on that, wasn't he? He threw the first slider. Um, no, he got you on the outside, and then you threw the first slider. But those back and forths were pretty fun to watch. On that last lap, did you think it was going to sit on that rail like it did coming around the inside of three? That seemed to be like the Eldora exit of old. Like I'm talking years ago, go back 2 or 3 years, back when a lot of us first started on the sim. Eldora, if you could get it on that low line and just hold it there, it will stick and it'll race out to the start finish line a little bit better than the outside line. Did you expect that to happen on that last lap?
Definitely not. Like, I've only been around the sim for a couple years, so like I've never experienced that.
Yep.
And I saw that he was like within slaughter range of me, and I was gonna definitely slot him on the last turn, but he went down to the middle to block, so I was like, well, I'm gonna take my old concede defeat line, and I just slung it to the bottom, and I hammered on the gas, and when I looked to the right, he wasn't there, and I was like, there's no way that that just happened. I couldn't
As-
believe it.
I couldn't myself. I had to go back and as I say, rewatch it just because the camera angles of my camera crew changed right as you came out, so I couldn't quite see the line properly. And then I went back and watched it on a static camera, and how you got to that line first, I don't think we'll ever know. Um, but you did 0.12 of a second. Like I don't know if Robbie could have put his foot through the accelerator sort of floor to hold that pedal down any harder than he was. But no, look, I think given the racing, given the way you guys have raced all season, which has been absolutely tremendous, as I said earlier, if you weren't familiar with you two, you wouldn't think you were teammates. But that I think brings out the best in both of you. And look, no disrespect to Robbie, but you were certainly my favourite coming in to take the championship in the win tonight. You've just been dominating in the late models all season, 6 races, and yeah, it's been a great race. Same question I asked Dustin and Robbie. What's next for you?
I think I'm gonna start grinding the wing micros I just dropped.
Yeah, they're
I've
fun.
been
They're fun.
messing around with them. Yeah, it's super fun. I've had a blast so far. But other than that, I might get back into official racing. If not, I'm sure I'll see you again when they bring another league around, whether it be this one or Lonus with the Dirty Dozen or something like that.
Definitely, definitely. It's been pretty fortunate. I've had a lot of good broadcasts throughout the week. A couple of the guys from the earlier starts of the week coming into these races. Travis McDonald was one of them tonight, and he had some previous people in the past three races. So it really is a joy for me to see you guys race, to have you on my screen, and to see the groups mix and combine like that. And as Linus and Luke know, if I'm free, then I'm there as a broadcaster for anything they put on because it never fails to excite and to be awesome racing. So no, look, and a big part of that is the drivers that they collect. So that's a big shout out to you guys as well. Now, speaking of shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, first of all, I gotta shout out my old lady for letting me get on and do this every Thursday night. Um, I'm gonna shout out my parents. They've tuned in every week. Shout out my buddy Kyler. And then, most importantly, let me shout out Kamikaze Motorsports. We had a pretty good season here. Shout out Luke for putting on the league, and always shout out to you for putting on the broadcast, brother. It's always a blast, and I can't wait to go back and watch this when I hear your reaction.
No, definitely, man, definitely. Yeah, you'll have to wait till the race is over, go back, rewatch the replay portion, because I was like I said to Dalton, to Dustin, there was parts there where I'm just silent, and I realized I was silent because I was just watching you and Robbie race, and I sort of said to Dustin, I said, how did you handle that on the track? I'm commentating. My job is to call the race, and I was actually in awe of some of the racing that I couldn't call it. I was just watching it. And he said the same thing. He couldn't, race you guys because he was just too busy watching, enjoying the racing, and that's a big, big ups to you guys. So no, I'm glad I'm able to capture that and get that out there for everyone to see.
Yes, sir. It was a blast. Luke, as we were coming to the line, he was mocking up, "Who got the win? Who won? Who won?" I was like, "Bro, I don't even know. I'm sitting here shaking." That was crazy.
I looked at
But
my leaderboard first and it said Dalton Butcher won, and I was like, wait, that can't be right. Robbie was winning. Robbie was leading. Wait, what? But no,
yeah,
that's
that was crazy.
they're the races you want, and I think you can trust in like obviously you and Robbie have raced regardless of the teammates. You can trust in the knowledge that if you are in that position, that it's not going to be someone doing something stupid. You are going to be able to race that one out. So.
Yeah,
No,
I need to shout out Robbie because that's probably the best race that him and I have ever put on. Like, that was super clean and just back and forth racing.
Awesome, man. Look, well, best of luck with everything else you got going on. Can't wait to have you back on my screen sometime soon. Won't be soon enough, but until then, I wish you all the individual success and all the success for Kamikaze Motorsports as well that you guys deserve.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. All right, that was Dalton Butcher, our winner here tonight. That wraps up the 2024 Turf War season. Looks like Luke has got the payouts all sorted as well. So the boys able to celebrate a season well done. All right, guys and girls, that is I have to run. We've just hit the 50-minute mark, so I think we actually did more interviews than we did broadcast in that respect, but that's fine. I'm going to have to run. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back live again tonight in about 6.5 hours, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time for the Australian NASCAR E-Series. That is Friday Night Trucks powered by Beat the Dark. Mental Health Matters. Join in with that one for us, and then we'll be back Sunday night US time